All right, so what do I want to do is, let's say I want to modify this code such that whenever, I'll just close this up, sure. Whenever there is a button pressed, the current temperature and humidity along with the time is sent as email. So whenever there's a button pressed, the current temperature and time, which is of the surroundings of the Raspberry Pi, is sent an email to me. That's exactly what I want to do. So what should I do? So I should say there, let's say, while, let me just put it up here, something like this, instead of having it while true. I don't want this to happen. I want to define the button currently. So let me say, oops, what I did before, I'll just comment this out so that I don't need to use it, but I have a reference. Right. So let me say from the GPIO 0, I need to get the button. So let's say import button. So I have button imported. Now I need to create a button object, button of, let me say 18, right? So 18, that's gonna be button 1, or let's say button 1. Yeah, that's it, button 1. And when I say button 1, what should I do? Basically, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put all of these code below. I'm gonna say button 1 dot when pressed. I should call the function, let's say email temperature underscore humidity, right? So let me do a function definition, email underscore temperature underscore humidity, and let me say within this I print or email underscore temperature underscore humidity. Instead of printing it out, first of all, I need to get this right. I need to get the humidity and temperature out from there. So I get that value. I paste it. So I get that from Adafruit underscore dht.read retry. If this is not done, okay. So if this is not none, what must I do? If this is not none, instead of printing it out, I don't want to print it. Okay, if you want to print it, okay, fine, well and good. But instead of printing it, I'll take this dot format everything. I'll take the string as my message, or let me call it as email content, which I want to email, right? So after I get this, what should I do? I should just email this particular content, right? So how do I email it? Basically, let's open up the recent file for email, and let's just email, sending email from Raspberry. Yeah, from here we need to copy paste certain things. That is import smtplib. We need to import that library, right? So let's import that. Another thing that we did was, of course, from email password, we need to email ID and password needs to be imported, right? Then we need to connect to gmail.com, right? And that's need to be done, let's say over here. Okay, and then of course we can do alo start TLS login. So these are a few things which we need to do before doing anything else. So this is all about the email part of it, where login, everything is done. Now, but only when button 1 dot pressed, of course, we also need to call a pause for the main function so that it doesn't go ahead. All that we need to do, one more thing is, the question comes, whom do you want to email, or answer the subject of your email. So we don't have to do any of these things, but we need to create this message and to user. So basically, both global, no, we don't need to have this. We can just have the to user subject, and email content is already there. So just before sending email content, I need to have my to-user and my subject. So to-user is always going to be, I don't need to take it from the user now. I can just say iot.educba@gmail.com, right? And don't have to tell the user to enter the input. Just put temperature, humidity in my room. Correct? And this is my email content. So you have the entire email content as a string. So you have the to-user, everything. Now what do I need to do? I need to say send email. When I do send email, this particular part where try, send mail, and then if there's something problem, then don't send it. So all of them can come inside. Try, get the proper indentation proper. So we have the print error occurred in sending email. Now this is then else for the reading from the sensor. So if there's no reading from the sensor, then there's no point emailing. So that's about the else for the if. Okay, so let's get it up running and let's check if things are working fine. So I'm gonna run this. Oh, what does it say? EOL while scanning string. All right, this. Okay, in my room. Yep, save. And now let me run this function F5. Okay, it apparently being successful. Name pause. Oh, I need to import signal, or from signal I need to import pause. But one thing that it gave me an error. Another one. Okay, I don't want the date time over here to be printed. Where was this? Oh, I don't want this to be printed in the program. I just want that the date time should be appended in my email content, right? So email content should have temperature in degrees, humidity, and I should also say at date time, or at date I need to say colon percent. Sorry, in this it's gonna be a string, so just put an S. So it's gonna be the second element colon. Second element is a string. Just put that. Don't put a colon. 2S, and what you can do is okay. So what we can do is we can just remove all these coefficients. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't put it, because it's going by default colon 0.1f and stuff like that. So you just have to put string and at date string and time, which will also be inserted. Let me say that's also a string s. So you have each of them which you have to insert. So even if you don't put this, it's fine. It's just that if it's a float, you can say that, but it's okay. You don't need to say when it's a string. But you need to insert there two things. One is you need to now. So I need to get the date, not here, but I need to get the date time when the button is pressed, right? So I need to get the date time exactly at that point of time. So now.date returns to you the date, and comma now.time returns to you the time. Okay, so if you want, you can just check it out by, you can just go to the shell and you can do now.date is datetime.date, right? Or if I do print now.date, now.date, if you print that, it will give you the current date, right? So I'm going to insert this as a string, so I need to convert this into a string. I need to say str it should be converted, and str of now.time. So each of them are going to be inserted out there at date and time, right? And then of course I run it, function F5. Okay, things look fine, ping successful, login successful. Okay, so let me just press a button. Button pressed, nothing happened. Oh, global name message. Okay, I need to make a small change in the code. That's come to home. And where is this global message? Right, so email. Oh, I'm so sorry. So we need to send this email content. So this is your email content, and this is your email content. I needed to append this with the message MSG, right? MSG plus or equal to, you know, you need to have all of them. That's, you can have a look over here. What was the message consisting of? The message is consisting of two users, subject, and the email content, all of them together. So I need to put that here instead of just sending the message. So I'll copy that. It gave you a small error, global name message is not. So I'll just say okay.